Look, I don't hate Mario because he's fat. He's fat because I hate him.
Oh, okay.
That's just a Mean Girls quote. Calm down. I hate Mario because everyone keeps acting like I'm legally required to be charmed by a man who
Yeah.
says "wahoo" and commits turtle violence. I don't know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Out of Sync Gaming Podcast, the show where we talk about the games we want to whenever they came out, because that's what we're playing. We talk old stuff, we talk new stuff, and we talk everything in between. I'm your host, Wicked Gamer UK Allen, but on this episode, you can call me the hater because I've got some opinions about games that might get me canceled. And as always, I'm joined by Mike Maldi, aka the world's biggest Mario critic and cynic. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well. Just call me out like that.
Hey,
How dare?
haters gonna hate, and I'm gonna call it right out because we have got a great episode for you. We are gonna share some of our opinions about gaming that might not be popular and might get us canceled, but we don't care. We're gonna dive deep into it and go through some possibly unpopular opinions. But before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe. We are building that subscriber base, and we don't want you to miss any content as it goes live. And if you have a question that you want us to answer on an upcoming episode, shoot us an email, gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. Again, that's gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk, and we will talk about it on an upcoming episode. All right, Mike, let's get into it. We launched here with possibly an opinion you shared with me that I thought, are you coconuts?
And
So
my
you,
coconuts.
yeah, Mike, you hate Super Mario. What's going on?
Okay, I respect Mario. I think he's important. Definitely important to all of gaming. I just don't like the Mario world, and I don't like just I don't know Mario's. I don't like the character. There's no depth to Mario. He is just this little plumber guy. He's not good looking, and he's just annoying. I don't even think he's cute. And like, if I'm playing I love Super Smash Brothers, so, like but I would never, ever pick Mario as the person I wanna play as because he's just no, I can't explain it. It's iconic, but it's not interesting.
So even as a kid, like growing up, is this an opinion you had when you were younger? Or
I
is
mean,
this
we had
something
really
you've like
no other
formulated?
option, right? So, like, it's that magic childhood thing, like, "Oh, Mario is nostalgia," and but
Hmm.
honestly, like, if if Mario was a brand new character today, I'd be like, "This is weird." Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. Like Mario games to me feel mechanically perfect, but
Right?
emotionally flat.
Yeah. I
There's
mean,
no
I
lore,
yeah.
there's no depth. It's very simple. And maybe that's fun and that's fine, but the story has never changed and I'm really tired of it. Like if they come up with another Mario game, we have to save Princess Peach again. I'm gonna be so upset.
I suspect I see some upset version of you in the future, Mike, because I think that's probably what's going to happen again at some point.
I literally like I hate the same story over again. And yeah, and Luigi's annoying. And their accents aren't even like anything. Like this is mumble jumbo. I do like the "woohoo" or whatever he does, but other than that, like, I like Mario Kart. I don't like Mario Kart World, but I like Mario Kart.
So it's like
I
that's
like
it. I mean,
aspects of the universe.
yeah, yeah.
I just think it's not great.
Listen, you know what? I mean, look, bring your truth, bring your honesty here, because I think that like we don't have to like everything in gaming. And I suspect there's probably a lot of people out there that agree with you. I think, you're probably right. For some people, the Mario gaming experience, like when you compare it to other things, can actually be less challenging or less, sophisticated or, depth to it is pretty shallow. But you did nail it on the head. Like it is like perfect gaming in terms of mechanics and mostly executes it flawlessly within its games. But like for you, what I'm hearing is that it's actually like if take all that wonderful gameplay and all those great mechanics, but take the Mario, universe out of it, you maybe would be happier with that kind of thing. Like you don't care about any of
If
the
there was a good story, Like, I like
Yeah.
story. I like to have a little depth to my games. Look,
Mhm.
I don't hate Mario because he's fat. He's fat because I hate him.
Oh, okay.
I don't hate you because you're fat. You're fat because I hate you.
That's just a mean girl quote. Calm down. Uh, no, I hate Mario because everyone keeps acting like I'm legally required to be charmed by a man
Yeah.
who says "Wahoo!" and commits to turtle
Yeah.
violence. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I mean, he was the right place at the right time, right? And
Mm.
he kind of relaunched the whole gaming industry and captured the imagination of people around, our age and a little bit older.
It's
But
a
I
corporate
think
mascot version of fun.
definitely, definitely, they definitely lean into all that. I'm a Mario lover and fan, so everything you're saying right now actually breaks my heart because I think that I don't need Mario to personally have a story. Like I don't go to Mario games for the story. I go there for, just the gameplay experience. So even if they were just
But
saying
even
like,
that, like, I don't even. What the thing is that I don't even think I like platforming.
oh,
So,
okay, yeah,
like,
well then, yeah, that makes
it's
sense.
kind of
Yeah.
annoying. It's just they're all the same, and there's no like Wonder was kind of fun because
Hmm.
I've told you before, some guy was like tripping out on mushrooms. Is like, let's make a video game. Was high when he made it, and so that was really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I've had fun with Mario games,
Hmm.
and I respect Mario, but I just it's boring.
Fair enough. And look, game tastes change, right? And if you don't like platforming, then like, of course, you're not going to like the Mario series. I think for all of the things that you say you don't necessarily like, those are a lot of the things that I do like about it.
Mhm.
Um, I think my like probably hot take with the Mario series is that I actually don't. I prefer the 2D ones, and I don't necessarily love the 3D games. Um, I think that they're well executed and they're good. And I've played through Super Mario 64 many times because I did that as a kid when that's the only game you have.
Yeah.
But Mario Odyssey, there is all of these people that say like it's one of the best video games ever made, and I can see that. Yeah, like why people would have that opinion. But as I was playing through it, I had a good time. But like, it's not something I'd ever go back to and be like, I want to do that
It
again.
was okay. I didn't love it.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Um,
yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it
I
was
will
okay.
tell you, I love Galaxy, but
Mhm.
I'm looking through nostalgia eyes because I haven't went back and played it again.
Yeah.
So if I go back into it, I might hate it. I don't know, but I remember
Mhm.
loving it on the Wii,
Yeah.
and I just had so much fun. But maybe it was the Wii because all the Wii Mario games I did like because like, I don't even know, maybe it was from the Wii U, Super Mario Wii, whatever, the deluxe,
Mhm.
and you can shake the controllers and you're like in a bubble, and I also
Mhm.
had somebody to play with back then, so maybe I only like Mario games when I have because somebody wants to play with me.
That's an interesting thing because I think quite a lot of the peop a lot of the things I hear, the discourse in the community is actually the multiplayer aspects of Mario is where it's the least successful. So that's interesting that that's the part that actually draws you to it, and you have a really good time with it. What about the Mario Party games then if you like the multiplayer stuff? Do
They're
you like those?
fun, but it's more of just like, I wanna play and get drunk and not have to think about anything with
Mhm.
Mario
Mhm.
Party. I wouldn't play Mario Party alone. I've tried it and it's not fun by
Oh,
myself.
that sounds like the worst decision. Like, why would anybody do that?
Because sometimes you don't have anybody else to play with, so
Maybe if you'd stop
there are
drinking
only
alone,
children out
Mike, and you
there.
go
There's
out and say
only
hello to
child
people.
people out there that exist.
There are true. That's true. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess like there is.
I like Mario Tennis
I don't know if I love
because
the sports
you
games
could
as
jump in
Mario.
and go pop, pop, pop.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, so like you don't. It's like the mainline Mario games that it seems like you have the most problem with. Like the spin-offs you actually kind of you find some more joy with.
I guess so.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
I
don't know. The characters just feel like brand assets and rather than people, and they
Mhm.
just have no depth. There's no after all these years, I feel like there's no character building. I mean, for some reason, King Bowser, whatever his name is good sometimes and bad some I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. It's too perfect, it's too happy, it's too simple. There's no real drama. You have to jump on the person 3 times for them to die, and then for the boss, and it's all the same, and I'm over it. That's all. Thank you.
There you go. Okay, canceled. I just see it right now. Totally canceled on that one. I mean,
Although
look, my go on. What?
I have a Super Mario hat and I love it,
It
so
w Well, I was gonna yeah,
I
I was
like
gonna
merch
say,
sometimes, okay?
yeah, you are a merch sucker, you really are. Look, my favorite game of all time, I've said this before, is Super Mario
Super
World.
Mario
I think
World.
it's I can just go through and play that, and a lot of that is to do with the timing in my life when I played it, right? You're a kid and you look back on it with but it's actually still a really amazing platformer, and it holds up to this day. Um, yeah, I think you're probably right. There's some staleness within the Mario, mainline Mario series. And actually, like if you really start to think about it, Mario Odyssey, like it was like, ooh, the cat mechanic. Well, that's just like a different version of like hitting a question block and getting a power up. You're just throwing it instead of hitting a question block, right? So it's actually
Yeah.
not that different. I mean, where it became really interesting, I guess, if you wanted to be a super, challenging player was the combo of being able to throw the hat and jump off it and, have that level of platforming and stuff. So that was, they find ways to kind of, allow
I'm
that
good
to
at
be a bit more
platforming, don't get me
interesting.
wrong, but sometimes
Mhm.
I just wanna, like, you know, play without jumping around.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And what was the
I
story in Mario Odyssey? I can't even remember, I don't know.
well, yeah, it was the thing you don't like. So Princess Peach had been kidnapped and she was going to marry Bowser, and he had
Oh,
to go
that's
off
right, the
and yeah,
wedding.
uh-huh,
Stupid.
yeah.
So stupid, my god.
So I would never want Mario to have a story, right? I think if it starts to if I have to have a narrative in a Mario game, then I think it would
Not
break
just you
what the
don't
game's
need
for.
narrative, you don't
So
need
what's a story
all of
you
that.
need? What kind of story would you need for it to be
Maybe a different story.
okay?
May maybe Princess Peach has to save Mario one time. I
Mhm.
don't know. Why is it always damsel in
Mhm.
distress?
No, that's a fair point. I think that trope is really kind of tired and,
And it's very tired.
yeah.
I'm
I
very
mean,
tired of it.
there's been some, shift in that, like, even back in '88 when they did Super Mario Brothers 2 on the NES, like, you finally got to play as the first time you got to
Yeah.
play as Peach and Toad, and so that like, she had more agency. So, like, and they allow that to happen a little bit more in things like Wonder and whatnot, like, where you can choose to play as Daisy or, as Princess Peach and what have you. So they're shifting that trope because I think it's from a different time period, but I don't know. If they suddenly had to like, I'm fine with it. I just kind of want to. I almost would like it better if they just said, "Oh, Mario needs to get from point A to point B, and you got to get over these obstacles." That's all I need, really. Like,
Okay,
don't give
that's
me,
for
don't try to.
you.
Yeah,
And I
no,
know
no,
there's
no, no.
other
Yeah,
stories because,
yeah.
Mario 3D World, they like everybody's playing, you can play as all the
Hmm.
peoples and all that. And a lot of the games you can play as all the peoples, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know. I just want something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like maybe Mario isn't shouldn't
Well,
needs a makeover.
it yeah, and look, hot take, I love it. It's great. I think that, probably there is a lot of truth in what you're saying. How I just know for me the kind of love and, history with gaming and all that stuff that Mario has. I think it's the story of Mario for me is not the games, it's actually the story of him and how that character is so important to gaming history. That's probably why I give a lot of it a pass, right? It's beyond the game
No, yeah,
itself,
I
which is, like,
respect like I
really
said, I do
yeah.
respect it, but, like, my personal taste and my
Mhm.
respect for it is not the same thing.
And your opinion's the correct opinion, right?
No, it's not. I can't even, like, back up my opinion that well. Like, I just know that when I see Mario, I don't
Yeah,
have it doesn't spark joy. I like Marie
yeah.
Kondoing my gaming, and,
Mhm.
when I see Mario, it doesn't spark joy. When I see Zelda, I get joyful. When I see
Yeah,
Metroid, I get joyful.
yeah.
Um, when I see Mario, I get like, "Oh, not this shit again."
Yeah, and it's tough when it's like the most iconic character of Nintendo that you also love so well. It's like, why is it getting all the flowers when
I
actually
feel like
for
it's been shoved down our throats too
oh,
much.
100%, 100%, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you another hot topic right
Go
here.
on.
Sonic. Those
Oh,
games were
yeah.
so fun when I was a kid. Playing it today, I'm like, why the hell did I like this stuff? Sonic is not fun, actually. And it's so boring. Like, I was just like, you're just running around. I'm sorry. Sonic was just the only thing that good came out of Sonic are those movies. Jim Carrey's amazing. Other than that,
They are the best thing about Sonic are those movies. How they managed to kind of pull that out of the bag, is incredible. Sonic was I never even really thought it was all that fun as a kid. Um,
Nostalgia
mm,
me, I thought it was. I thought it was great. I
really?
mean,
Yeah.
although it may have been just like I had a Sega Genesis and the only game I had for it was Sonic, so
Well, yeah, you're gonna love it then if that's all you've got, right?
yeah.
I also wonder if my, like, views of Sonic, because I was a total Nintendo kid in the console wars when, and
Uh,
back in that day, so I always was, like, really hating Sonic. I was like, "Oh, it's a stupid game. It's not as good as Mario." Um,
so you've
but
always had a dislike for
I
it.
think I've always had a dislike for it, but actually, even when I played it, I kind of realized, and I didn't really think about it with a lot of depth, like we talk about it now. But as a kid, I always would play it, and I'd be like, "Well, that doesn't. I don't really, So you're just going left to right really fast. It didn't click from like a challenge perspective in the same way that a Mario platformer does, right? You're finding all the secrets, you're getting all the like challenges to kind of really get your skills better. So Sonic it's just never really hit for me. Yeah, terrible game. I think they're absolutely terrible. Terrible video games. They're terrible.
Yeah,
Absolutely
but
terrible.
they're not my favorite. Like I said, just going back to it and like,
Mm-mm.
why did I like this?
I know that there are like Richard, my husband, he's a huge Sonic fan, and I think
Wait,
he
you're gay?
You are gay.
as gay as the day is, Mike.
What?
Yes.
Why are you gay?
Surprise. He loves Sonic, and I think that's probably also part of where he grew up, because I think over here in the
Mm.
UK, Sega was a lot more popular as a platform than Nintendo was.
Sega.
Um, and so I think, I say that I share that because like he will play a lot of the old Sonic games, and it's cool to watch him play them because he likes to revisit them. And there is some interesting things that pop up that you get to see as I'm watching him play. So I'm glad that I've had that entry into seeing Sonic games being played, because I would have never done it.
Yeah.
But overall, like I'm just, if somebody says like, "Oh, do you want to play a Sonic game?" I'd be like, "I'd rather go and eat dirt for a little while, please,
The
because this
best
is
thing about
terrible."
Sonic is when he's drowning underwater and he's taking
It's
that
the
last
worst.
breath.
Oh my god, it's so stressful. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the music.
Triggered. Bum, 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 bum.
That's the best.
Oh, yeah. Die, Sonic, die.
Oh
That's what
God.
the game gets really good. Oh, I do like Tails. Actually, I like
You
Tails.
know what? I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Tails is cute.
If
He,
there
she,
is one
whatever.
good
I
thing
love
about the
him.
Sonic franchise, Tails, miles per hour. That's brilliant. I think that looking back on things that I used to love, in terms of like fighting games, they used to be
Oh
like
yeah.
the thing that I wanted to play: Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, all of that.
I hate fighting games now.
I don't like fighting games
Unless
anymore.
I'm at an arcade. If I
Yeah,
ever go to arcade, then sure. But
not even.
fighting, no, like when they brought fighting game back to the home console, I think that's for me is when it was fun at first.
Mhm.
But honestly, it's just the same thing. I don't know.
It well, I liked it at the time because I guess that was the stuff that was popular, right? And all your friends wanted to play. And I actually did enjoy playing them and learning all the special moves and all the secrets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was also a new genre, right? That had kind of, evolved right around the time of, when we were kids. But I actually disagree with you. I think it was more fun when it came home, because I actually played more two-player games with fighting games with my friends, versus the other ones, because platforming or the other two-player games, you really had to like wait for your friend to die and then you'd like have
Yeah.
your turn. Whereas that was the first time I really understood
I mean
like kind of
that is
co-op play.
fun
Yeah.
when if you had friends.
Mhm.
But
On this episode, again, Mike has no friends. I'll be your friend,
oh,
Mike.
oh God. Um no thanks. Let's just do this podcast and then we'll go our separate ways like we always do, and I'll see you next week. Anyway,
Oh.
no, so yeah, so no, I agree with you. It had its moments,
Mhm.
but then that moment, just like Mario, never changed. It's the
Mhm.
same thing.
Yeah. And I kind of think even Mortal Kombat is overrated. Like, I think it was so hyped and everyone loved it. I think it's actually when you play it's not a very good fighting game. It's, completely difficult. Like, when you're playing the computer, it cheats all the time. It's like it literally is
It's
built in. The
impossible
computer
to
is
get a
like
fatality.
but for some reason I was so drawn to it. It was probably just because of the graphics and the violence and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, the blood,
But
the
it's
gore.
not a good game. Mortal Kombat 2 is good, but then that was probably the only out of the rest of them because 3 started to get shit and then 4. So overall, the Mortal Kombat series is not a very good series in my opinion, except for 2, which is, if I was gonna have to play one, I would do that.
I don't know, it
Um
has some nostalgia in there, but
mm,
I mean, I liked it. I wanna say I liked it, but playing it again, I just don't
no.
wanna play fighting games. The only fighting game I
Mm,
like is Super Smash Brothers because for some reason it's
yeah.
just because it's chaos on the screen and I feel like it actually requires a little bit of skill, maybe not,
Mhm.
but,
Mhm.
it's just like you have, like, 4 people on there, sometimes more. Is it 4? Yeah, and then you're just jumping around and it's just for some reason, like, it just works, and I enjoy the Smash Brother aspect of it because it's just yeah, I don't know. It's like a
Uh,
bigger world, and there's places to like, hide and jump, and I don't know. Something about it I like. I
yeah,
don't know what it is.
they changed the fighting formula so that it's more approachable, like, anybody
Perfectly
can pick it
said.
up and, like, play it. And then also you can, make it really superficial where you're just throwing things at people, or you can have a lot of depth, and if you watch some, like, really good, Smash Brothers players play, it's incredible what they can do.
Yeah.
I don't like Smash Brothers, if
You're
there's a
watching
hot
my
take
videos, I
there, like
guess.
yeah. I have Smash Brothers Ultimate, but I got it because I was like, "Well, this you gotta have it if you have a
You gotta
Switch."
have it.
But I don't really like Smash Brothers, it's never really clicked with me. I play it
The
for a
Ultimate one,
few
for
hours
some
and then I get
reason
rid of it.
yeah, the Ultimate one, for some reason, I didn't like as much as I liked the Melee one, which was
Mhm.
on Melee was GameCube? No.
I think so.
Whatever one was on GameCube and
That
Wii,
was
those were the 2
GameCube.
I liked.
Melee was GameCube, yeah.
Yeah, and the one on Wii, I really liked too, unless there wasn't one. But the
No, there
GameCube one
was,
for
yeah.
sure was the one I adored, and,
Brawl was on the Wii, Smash Brothers Brawl.
Brawl I
Yeah.
loved as well.
Mhm.
Uh, but this Ultimate one, I just kinda like, mm, I think they tried to add too much to it because there was this, like, roaming around thing, I didn't
Yeah.
understand what I was doing, but, yeah. But Smash,
If
I'm
I
okay, I give it a pass.
my if maybe a hot take with inside of, like, the conversation about fighting games, I actually thought Killer Instinct was a better fighting game than Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. I loved that game so much, and
Never
that the
played it.
way they, like, "Oh, have you never played it? Oh, I love
Never
it.
played it.
I wanna play it after we talk about this. I'm gonna play it. I'm literally gonna fire it up." Because it's what they did that was different, which really worked for me, was they had, like, a combo system that was, like an auto hit combo system, whereby if you hit somebody first with, like, a jab, a punch, then you would hit them with like a medium kick, and it would give you 4 extra hits just by hitting that button combo. And
Okay.
then you could sort of connect a lot of hits together, but by only doing like minimal button pressing. And there was all these different ways to kind of link them up and hit them and stuff like that. And I just really love that kind of that mechanic. It was like a puzzle mechanic inside of a fighting game that was really cool to
Okay.
master.
The only mechanic fighting games to me had were just like smash your face into the controller and
That
then
was
you might win. Like literally like
oh my
like
gosh.
yes, maybe some people are skilled and remember the combos and stuff, but
Mhm.
like you can literally win by not knowing anything. It's like having no talent and just hitting all the buttons.
Exactly, and that's a lot more fun for, just, everybody can because there's nothing worse than when you're, like, playing a fighting game with somebody who really knows what they're doing and all they do is just destroy you. It's like, "Well, this isn't fun,"
Yeah.
right? And by the way, how many friendships did you lose as a kid over Street Fighter 2? I mean, so many times I fell
Just
out
my
with my
brother.
friends.
So we
Yeah,
like fell out every day. So
every
it's fine.
day. What's another hot take on your list, Mike, to get us canceled and, all of that? Go
Well,
on.
no, I think you had the next one.
I've got one. Oh, you okay.
Because
So
I don't know. I'm
I
trying to think of something. Oh, hot take for me. That's right. I do not like. I don't know. Maybe, but hopefully, I'm not alone in this. I do not like crafting. I do not like skill trees. I do not like weapon durability. I do not like. No, I just don't want it. Don't give me a skill tree. I don't want to make decisions like that. I do not know what this word means, like agility. What does that do in the game? I don't know. How does that help me? Like, and it tries to explain it. I'm like, okay. And then, yeah, I just don't like skill trees or crafting is horrible. I hate crafting.
this is a confusing take for me from you
I
because
love Zelda.
well, yeah, you do love Zelda, and there's a lot of crafting in that, and there's a lot of
Yeah,
like, weapon durability. That's like one of the
yeah,
main things in it.
I know. And I love Zelda, but I hate that. So sometimes I'll just like Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'll I just once I get the Master Sword, 'cause there's no that one has forever durability, right? So that's the
Yeah,
only
you
thing I'll
just
use.
can't use it, like, allows you not to use it for, like, 30 seconds or whatever, like, it
Yeah.
stops your yeah. But then you also love, like, games like Animal Crossing and stuff, right?
I love it, but I think I hate it as well.
Oh my
It's hard. It's a hard life. I wanna love it. I wanna love it.
one of the games you're most excited about is Witchbrook, Mike. That is gonna be full of all of this.
No, I don't
What are
think
you
it'll be
gonna do with yourself?
durability issues, and crafting's different when it's a spell, because 'cause you're, like,
Okay.
making stuff to make a spell, which makes sense, but instead of,
Right.
like, throwing in stuff into thing and getting dubious food, like, what?
Oh, I see. So, like, oh, okay. So
I
maybe
don't
it's not
know.
all the maybe well, no, 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 this is good. This is really helpful. This is good. Let's dissect this. So, sometimes, like, in RPGs, you get skill points and they say, "Okay, choose what you wanna upgrade and stuff," and it's not really clear as to, like, why that selection is really, how it's improving your character and what you're doing with it, right? It can feel like it's just numbers on a
Mhm.
spreadsheet in a way, right?
Yeah.
But in the way in Zelda, it kind of works a little bit. They were more thoughtful about it because if you get, let's say, a chili, you know that if you cook chilies, you're gonna be able to resist heat. Like, it's logical in a way, right? You can
Because
kind
that
of
makes
oh,
so
does
much
that?
sense.
That one doesn't make sense. As I was saying it, I was like, "Actually, that doesn't make sense at
It
all."
does make sense, though. After you, like, realize what it does, it
Yeah,
makes sense.
it makes you yeah, it keeps you from the cold because 'cause you're all hot and spicy.
I forgot about
Um,
that.
I love that.
You know,
Uh,
I don't know what it
yeah,
is. I just okay, fine, crafting is low on that list, I guess, but I hate the durability aspects and I hate skill
mhm,
trees. I don't want a skill tree. I
yeah,
just so just let the character evolve
mhm.
how I don't know, don't give me options.
I don't yeah, I'm less bothered by that stuff. I think I what I have identified here in this conversation is it's the ones where, like, where it's really complicated, right? So some
Yeah, just do it
RPGs,
right.
things like, Elden Ring and
Ugh,
that
no.
it's not only that I don't mind the toughness, but actually, like, how your, like, selection about what your upgrade in what you're choosing to go down the path, like, it just seems really unclear to me, and you almost have to, like if I have to go online and read about why I should be choosing a certain pathway from a skill tree perspective, that for me is, like, bad game design, and therefore I go, like, "I don't want this isn't fun." Like, this is homework rather than just, like
Homework,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
homework,
what's your homework? Oh my
my
gosh.
Pokemon Platinum strategy guide.
For the listeners out there, Mike has bought a huge, massive, book on Pokemon,
Just
and
one game.
just one game,
Pokemon
and
Platinum.
that's probably my biggest hot take that I'm gonna get canceled for it. I don't like
I
Pokemon
know you
at
don't like
all.
Pokemon.
I don't,
Well, you
and
know what? I don't like you.
that's it. Podcast over, never speaking to you again, Mike, that's it. Um, listen, I get it. I understand why it's, like, an interesting game and why it captures people's attentions. And I'm actually having fun with Pocopia, and I'm enjoying-ish my playthrough of Leaf Green, but I just think that, like, the fact that Pokemon as a franchise is one of the I think it's probably the largest money-making franchise in the world. I've read that stat somewhere, so I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But the fact that
Sounds
these little
right.
stupid little pocket monsters that make no sense, that have, like, there is no rhyme or reason for why if it fights enough that it suddenly evolves and gets stronger and turns into something else, and then that, like, it's so dumb that you, like, have to, like, train it with you train it up, but then you have to lose a skill because it's gonna learn something else. It's like it's just it doesn't make sense for me, and how it's taken over the entire world, I just don't know, and it
I don't know what to
really
tell you.
irritates me. It really irritates
I
me.
will tell you this. I hate the new mainline Pokemon games. I do not
Mhm,
like them. Uh,
mhm.
the best Pokemon game is usually the one that you played with at the right age.
Yeah,
So, like the nostalgia part of it. So that's why going
for
back
sure.
to playing the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
And and so me crossing over into the DS era, which I didn't really play Pokemon in the DS era, I'm still enjoying it. So
mhm.
that's fine. Uh, I think it still has the same formula,
Yeah.
which I think is important. And then, but these new ones is just they're just not as fun. I just feel like the Pokemon Company is lazy. Game
Uh,
Freak. They're very lazy with these new games. So I'm wondering how the new one will be, and I'll try it. But like the
Winds
Winds
and
and
Waves.
Waves or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
Splash and Spray. But I just don't have faith that it's going to be a great game.
You hit a really key aspect of why I have problems with Pokemon is I do think Game Freak is a very lazy, game design company, and the fact that Nintendo doesn't go in there and give them a big slap and be like, "Get your shit together. This is the most successful franchise. Like, make it better." I think they learned their lesson from Scarlet and Violet and got better with latest releases of ZA. It has apparently has improvements, and I
It
think
looks lazy still, but
oh, it looks totally lazy.
it's lazy,
Lazy, yeah,
zay.
lazy.
I never played it, so I can't really say. But from
No.
what I've watched, people are it's a lot of people. They say if you get over the graphics, it's a great game. I'm like, okay, it's
Which
just
is
lazy.
you but, like, then just keep it the 2D digitized ones
Oh my god,
because
if they
those
could
are
just
good
go back a
graphics,
little
right?
bit, back up a little bit, keep the original
Yeah.
formula. I don't know, but
There
whatever.
is
I
yeah,
digress.
I no, I mean, I think look, I I fr I from a pick up and play kind of the old like, let's just take Leaf Green, right? Because that's what I'm playing through right now. The kind of pick up and play and the immediacy of being able to kind of understand what this game is asking you to do, that's brilliant, right? It's easy. You put this one little creature against this other little creature, figure out the moveset you got to do to win, and then you can possibly catch them. Fun. That's a really easy gameplay loop. But then I think I'm more upset about Pokemon in terms of everything else that wraps around the games themselves, right? I just go like, how is it really how have all these like stupid monsters, as they say, taken over everybody's attention? It kind of in the same way that you feel about Mario and all the things that you said, that
Yeah.
the mascotness of it all is just like I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. It just doesn't work for me. Like, that's cool. You do you, boo. Hang out with your Pikachu. I will finish Leaf Green and I will share my thoughts on it objectively because I'm enjoying it as a game. But Pokemon, if they never released another one, I wouldn't be upset about it. Wouldn't be upset about it.
Ooh. I wouldn't be upset if they I don't know. I kinda just stuck in my nostalgia. I'm an old person stuck in my ways, and that's
That's
all it
okay.
is. That's what
That's
that's
okay.
what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. But I think it's a victim of its own success because you can't change the formula so much that it doesn't feel like Pokemon because people go like, "Oh, what have you done to the thing that I love?" So, I think they kind of find themselves in this, between a rock and a hard place, but, it still sells. They put it out every year and it still
Yeah.
sells. It's crazy. Um, my another hot take of mine is don't I don't like Sony's third person narrative driven games. So like The Last of Us,
God
the
of War.
God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. I've played all of them and I think I play them because I feel like I'm supposed to or
I
I want to
liked
get
God of
something out
War
of my
on PlayStation
PS5.
2.
Mhm.
That's the
Oh,
last
the
time I played it.
not the one the most recent ones where you're sort of like
No.
it's more of the side they're not fully 3D kind of thing,
I
right?
think it
Yeah.
was called God of War 2.
Mhm.
I don't remember. I still
Interesting
own I
though.
have
Yeah.
the disc. I don't have a PlayStation, but I still have the disc.
Mhm.
Um, I really enjoyed that, but narrative wise, the new ones I've watched my niece play it, and it didn't look fun. And I was like, what is this? What are they doing? Why is he a
Yeah.
father? And why is this? What is this story? And why do I care about these people? I just want to hack and slash.
So, yeah. Yeah, well, there's another example of like story over like in one side of the things, you're like more story for Mario would be good, but then on the other side
Yeah.
of things, like too much story in God of War actually doesn't make it a video game. You're just playing a movie in a way, right?
And
So it's like,
Horizons Zero
yeah,
Dawn or whatever it was called was beautiful,
hmm
but that's all it was. I
yeah.
didn't like the gameplay mechanics. I didn't like the story was confusing me. I just didn't I didn't think it was a good game.
I there was a lot of promise with it. I completed the first one, and I enjoyed the mechanical dinosaur stuff, but I'm a sucker for dinosaurs, so put a
That's
dinosaur in
true.
anything,
I
and I'm
thought
gonna
that was
try and, like
cool. I thought it was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I just I didn't feel connected to the character
I
at
didn't
all,
either. I didn't either.
and that's
I
important.
yeah, totally. It's a really weird thing because there's all the elements of the story of Horizon are things that I go like, "Ooh, this is cool," like future, past technologies and, out of body characters, like, having to figure out the world around them and these, like, dinosaur things. Like, it had all the right ingredients, but, yeah, I just didn't care. You're right, I just
Yeah.
didn't care.
And with
Um
The Last of Us, you can shut that up, okay? I
Are you a Last of
love
Us lover?
The Last of Us. I love that
Mhm.
game. It was the first one at least. The second one was a little I still haven't finished the second one because I was like, this is going
Mhm.
a different way. And the first one is the gameplay. I really enjoyed everything about it. I don't know what to say. I enjoyed
Yeah.
the story. It was made into a freaking film. No, not film, but
Mhm.
show. And
Mhm.
I enjoyed the story of the first one. And yeah, I like The Last of Us.
I'm gonna, the thing couple of so, like, one of the things about Last of Us is I could watch a playthrough of that on YouTube and go and feel like I experienced the game, right?
True.
Or I could do the same with God of War and feel like "Oh, I see the game, and I feel like I've experienced it," because the actual playing of the game, I mostly did it because I wanna know about the story, so it's like, well, why don't I could just watch, I don't need to actually play it, I could just go watch it, have it on in the background like a TV show. Um, but and I don't like that. I think that's one of the things that I don't love about those games, especially because it's a very Sony thing, right? But I'm going to contradict myself because we'll talk about it on a future episode. But I'm playing 007 at the moment, and it's like it does the same thing, but it's doing more interesting from a gameplay mechanic thing, right? So like you're basically playing a film, but the gameplay itself moment to moment feels like it has things. So I feel like God of War and, Uncharted and The Last of Us, I think they don't have a lot of good gameplay mechanics from my perspective. And that's why
Hmm.
I think they're really overrated and loved for all the wrong
I don't
reasons.
know. The Last of Us for me, the game is the perfect length. It's not too
Mhm.
long.
Yeah.
You're able to complete it. You feel satisfied. I like stealth stuff, so there's stealth aspects to it.
Mhm.
There's madness, and
Mhm.
it's just I don't know. I like it, and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. It's I don't know. Yeah. It just doesn't. Yeah, so, maybe I'm not a big fan of, like, PlayStation games in general, like, that could be my hot take.
I
I
mean, a lot of people seem to not be fans of PlayStation because if you go into a game store, a used game store, they're really cheap.
right
You can
now,
get like a brand
PS5s.
new PlayStation 5 game for like 6, 7, 10 quid, and it's like,
Mhm.
what is going on? Like, why are people like and also, why are these games already here for sale, used?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure people it's not true what I said, but like, it's
Well, it's
just
the
they don't
most,
hold
like
their value.
yeah, well, I think there's probably a couple reasons for that. One, over here, across the world, like, PlayStation is so popular, it's like
Maybe
it's
that's
always the
why.
highest selling system, so there's just a lot more of the games they can flood the market with. Um but it like, uh, I have come to the conclusion that, like, I don't want my PlayStation 5 because of the Sony games that are coming out. I wanna play the third party games on it. So it's like, I don't know what that says about the system itself, but,
'Cause the
yeah,
system's like a workhorse, a
it's a w
powerhouse,
yeah, it's a
and
powerhouse. I
I can
love the
yeah.
DualSense controller and I like all the stuff around it. Um, and yeah. But, I mean, not that's not true for everyone, but it's yeah, I don't know. PlayStation just maybe isn't as good as everybody says it is. I don't know. Take that one, play Sony, and go sort yourself out. Uh,
Well, hot take.
go on. What? Any
No,
more
I'm
hot
just
takes,
saying.
Mike?
Have a lot, but I don't wanna upset everybody.
We should wanna lose all of our
Hey, maybe I'm
friends.
not
Yeah.
even a gamer. I don't even like video
Well,
games
there's your hot
anymore.
take. Yeah.
I'm over
I
it. It's too expensive. I can't do this. I think that's not a hot take. I think it's the
no,
truth.
I think that is a truth. It's a
I
very
don't
expensive
like
hobby.
Call of
Yeah.
Duty games. I don't like
No.
war games. I don't like Halo. Never liked it. I don't know. First person shooters, not a
First
big
person
fan,
shooters? No,
unless
except
it's
for
Metroid.
yeah, but it's not like a traditional shooter, right? It's more of a, like, puzzle game in a way because 'cause you're looking
Yeah,
for your ways through and stuff, and you occasionally kill people, you don't have to do the whole thing.
yeah.
Um, I'm I well, no, I love video games still, I'm obsessed with them, and I like even all these things I'm saying a hot take about, I love the fact that I can, like, play them and find some enjoyment in them. Like, I will have fun if I pick up a controller at some point with Sonic for a little bit.
I guess.
I will, enjoy, fucking around with Mortal Kombat for a little bit. Like, that's cool. Um, but I think the one of the wonderful problems of being able to have played games for as long as we have is we've kind of been there and done that with a lot of them, and so finding something that's new and fresh and exciting, I think it can be a challenge, right? And so you have to like I have to actively sometimes go, stop criticizing this game right now. Just play it for what it is. And then I find myself then allowing myself to have a little bit more fun for something that I might typically go like, oh, I wouldn't want to play that or enjoy it. So it's like a little mindset I have to put in sometimes.
There was a time when, going to the store with your parents and begging them to buy
Mhm.
you whatever you found, and for me, it was a lot of PC games, and
Mhm.
I just remember I never heard of this game in my life. It's $10, maybe, or sometimes 20, but I was like, maybe my mother will buy it for me. And it was the best moment is when she did. And I would take that disc and put it into my computer, install the
Mhm.
game. I had no idea what it is.
Yeah.
It is like the box art.
Yeah.
And it was the best game ever. Like
Yeah.
this was I have like there was this game called Nox, and I think we talked about this before, NOX, and I just fell in love with this game, and it was so funny, it was so interesting, so
Mhm.
cool, and yeah, so sometimes like the best games are just not
Mhm.
are just what you stumble upon, and I feel like that'll never happen again though these days because we have so much access to researching and
Mhm.
YouTube, and we're like, oh, they're like, oh, they gave it 8 out of 10. I don't want to play it. I want
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
No, as you were saying that, I think that's my one of my, hot takes for the show is that I actually think it does gamers a disservice and the wider gaming community to have so much advanced knowledge of games, like what's coming out, so many previews of
Yeah, so
them.
stop watching us
Uh,
right now.
no, well, we don't do that. We talk about yeah, no, don't stop watching us. Tell
I'm
your
just kidding.
friends, tell everybody about Out of
I'm
Sync
just
Gaming.
kidding.
But I think that actually, like, as you were saying that, I was just reflecting on kind of how I've been consuming gaming media, over the last like 6 months or so, and I have been kind of not watching. Like, I didn't watch Sony's State of Play that just happened this past week. I don't know what I don't think I'm going to watch the Xbox showcase because actually, like knowing everything about everything before it comes out, like I just feel like there's no that sense of discovery and that sense of just stumbling upon something that we miss. So, I mean,
Ooh, I'm gonna challenge
yeah, it's a
you.
it's a double edged sword though, because if like there was a
Let's
Nintendo
go
Direct, I'd
into
be
the
like,
eShop
uh huh,
or go into Steam or whatever shop or whatever's
yeah,
online shop and just buy one of the cheaper downloaded games without real knowing what it is and see how it
yep,
is and watch it be really crappy. But especially with a Nintendo eShop because you never know what you're
cool,
gonna get in there.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I think let's do it. Like with that,
We have
what
to
is
agree
this?
on the
Is
same
like
one.
we have to agree on the same one. Okay, great,
That
fine.
way we can actually
So
have like, talk about it.
oh, absolutely. I'd ask the listeners as well. Have you like
Yeah.
stumbled upon a game that was you didn't really know about that you just found was a lot of fun that you could recommend that we could play and talk about? Because that would be really awesome. That would be a really good segment to do. I'd love to do that. So yeah, let us know in the comments or write in at the email. Any more hot takes before we wrap this one up, Mike?
I don't know. Take it all with a grain of salt because even if the new Mario game comes out, I'm still buying it.
That is you hit the nail on the head, Mike. All of these gripes and complaints, but I tell you what, I still get suckered into all the hype and the fun, and I'm gonna check it out because that's part of being a gamer. You wanna have all these opinions, and you
And
know what?
FOMO.
Yeah, we don't have to like everything. That's also a thing about gaming that I think is something we all need to get over. Like, just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's gonna take away your joy from it. So, yeah, listeners, do you have any hot takes out there? Do you have something in the world of gaming that you just can't stand, that you don't understand why maybe it's so popular or why it gets so much attention, let us know in the comments below. Or you can email us to gamers at outofsyncgaming.co.uk. Again, that's gamers at outofsyncgaming.co.uk. Write in, let us know your thoughts, and we'll read those on an upcoming episode. And yeah, send us some suggestions for games that might be a surprise that Mike and I should check out, and then we can share our thoughts on that in the future. Mike, where can people find us on those socials?
Yeah, connect with us on Instagram, TikTok, on YouTube, of course, Blue Sky, Discord. Just search for Out of Sync Gaming.
Brilliant. Do that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We are continuing to grow that subscriber list. We don't want you to miss anything. So hit the bell as well. And that wraps it up for this time. So until next time,
Don't play Mario unless you want to.
bye.
Bye.